はこっちの番。そう。
Hey guys, what's going on? DIANE here, bringing you another video on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So we've got another final boss coming our way in just a few hours, final boss DIANE. Let's take a look at some basic information about this boss and what are some characters that will be really good for her. So she is a speed attribute, which means she is weak to HP attributes. She removes all debuffs at the start of each turn. So if you're going to use any characters that rely on debuffs, such as any characters with weak point, make sure to do so in the same turn. Attacks while ignoring evasions. This doesn't really matter too much since the only characters that has evasions is only SR Eren and also Red DIANE as far as I know. Players cannot use recovery skills. Deals 300% extra damage against strength attribute, so let's not risk it by bringing any red characters like DIANE or Escanor. Reduces damage from counters by 70%. Tips: be wary of their rupture skills, which deals extra damage against buffed targets, and the minion's heavy blow skills, which can prevent the target from performing an action. So if you are bringing any buffers, please be careful because you will take extra damage. So the recommended CC for the hard difficulty is 110,000, for extreme is 140,000, and for hell is 160,000. So here are some important details on the different phases. So on phase 1, opponent heroes recovers health when Philae dies and is resurrected. So when one of the minion dies, you recover health. This will be the main method of recovering HP. Other than that, you can rely on lifesteal food or having red SR Elizabeth on the sub for the passive healing. Ally monsters' max HP is reduced when Rose dies and is resurrected. So when the other minion dies, it will reduce their max HP. Opponent heroes' ultimate move gauges are sealed, so you want to use characters that don't rely on ult to deal damage. Final boss DIANE's defense increases by 10% at the end of every turn, so you want to make sure to take her out very quickly. And on phase 2, ally monsters' defense is reduced when Philae dies and is resurrected, and allies monsters' resistance is reduced when Rose dies and is resurrected. So by taking out the 2 minions, you can reduce the defense and resistance of the entire team, so that makes it easier for you to take down final boss DIANE. And final boss DIANE's attack increases by 6% at the end of every turn, so again, you want to make sure that you take her out very quickly in this phase as well. So from this information, we know that we need some blue and green characters that don't rely on ult, and preferably having AoE attacks so that we can take down both the minions quickly to reduce the stats of final boss DIANE. And the first 2 characters that come to mind are Blue Demon Mali and Blue Lilia. They are the most consistent team when it comes to AoE damage, with Blue Lilia increasing pierce rate and Blue Demon Mali being the main damage dealer. You can then fill the last slot with another damage dealer or a support character. So for other AoE damage dealer, you can go with Green Lizhawk, Coinshop Bun, Green Fat King, and Wineheart. If you want to include a single target damage dealer to focus down on final boss DIANE, you can go with Green Escanor or Green Jericho. Green Skinny King will be okay for phase 2, but in phase 1 you can't gain ultimate move gauge, so he won't be able to guarantee crit, so he's not that optimal. Or if you want to go with buffers, you can go for Green Helbram or Blue Istin for attack related stats buff, or Green Gil Thunder for attack buff. But do take note that final boss DIANE will have rupture skill, which deals extra damage to buffed units, so you will take extra damage if you bring in buffers. On the sub, you have a lot of choices depending on who you bring on the front. If you have blue units as your main damage dealer, you can go with Blue SR Jericho for attack boost, Mamas for HP boost, or Blue Gil Thunder for defense boost. If you have green units as your main damage dealer, you can go with Alioni for attack boost or Jillian for HP boost. If you have a mix of blue and green units, you can go with Death Pierce to reduce enemies' crit resistance and crit defense, Red SR Elizabeth for passive healing, or if you have summoned on the New Year's banner, you can go with Blue SSR Jericho to increase your crit rate. So this is the final boss DIANE costume that you can get. It looks amazing and super waifu materials. So in the exchange shop, you want to grab the cosmetics as your top priority. Then you can work on getting the engraving stones, hammers, and also the anvils. And you can also grab the 5-star awakening stones if you still need them. The rest are pretty farmable, so you can grab them if you need to, but it's not mandatory. Then there is also the placement rewards. For normal players like us, we should aim for top 15% because that will give us the hammers and anvils. For top achievers, you can aim for top 5% or even top 100 if you are really competitive. So that's all the information we have on Final Boss DIANE. After the maintenance, we will be able to see even more detailed information on her. So let the whales try out all the different teams comms first before you invest any resources into any characters. I will also be trying out Final Boss DIANE myself and will be posting another video on my actual run very soon. If you wish to discuss more strategies for Final Boss DIANE, consider joining my Discord, link will be in the description below. And as always, like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it for today, take care and have a great day ahead.